And it's the weekend. I hope you're all having a great one. And it's also the International Women's Day. So, firstly, I would like to take a minute and recognize all of the wonderful women who are a part of this channel, all of you who are watching, and I want to send you my love. I hope your day is filled with joy and appreciation. And I want you to know that you are truly making a difference. I wish you could know all of the people who you touch daily, people who watch you and are inspired by you. You are truly making a difference. You are special. You are the prize. So go, girl. Never take off your crowns. We are all better because of you, and I love you. So I hope you have a special day and weekend. So without further ado, we have stories to get into. So let's get into this. Firstly, Meghan has also marked International Women's Day this Saturday with an image carousel celebrating some of the special women in her life, including her 3-year-old daughter, Princess Lilibet. The Duchess of Sussex took to Instagram to post a selection of special images, including one of her daughter here cuddling into Prince Harry. In the adorable picture, Lilibet's red hair is on full display as she and her father enjoy a scenic ride on a boat. Harry cradles his daughter in his arms, sweetly planting a kiss on the top of her head. We also see Lilibet dressed in a pink shirt alongside a pair of floral trousers, while Harry looked casual in a white shirt, striped shorts, and a backward. It's everything pink. I love this. She is a daddy's girl and Prince Harry loves her. Look at her, so safe in his arms. And in her caption, she writes, "Happy International Women's Day, celebrating the strong women around us and the girls with dreams who will become women with vision. Also thanking those who uplift us every day," end quote. So also featured in the image carousel is a snap of Meghan with her mom, Doria Ragland, and one of herself and Harry enjoying themselves on the beach. So I love this picture here of her and the Duke of Sussex at the beach. They are so free and living the dream. Meghan is LA chic in that black flowy dress with that signature hat of hers. We love it. And the Duke of Sussex in a black cap and a black shirt with some blue shorts. I especially love the fact that she has given a moment to just dedicate some of these pictures to her mother. We know how much Doria has stood with Meghan. She called her her flower. You know what? I've been thinking about all of the attention to detail that people have noted in Meghan's creativity, and I think a lot of that is from her mother, who has instilled in her compassion, not only for others, but for yourself as a person. And you can tell how tender Doria is with Meghan, not only from when she was a child, but right up to her being an adult. There is a tenderness, there is a softness, even in the way that she communicates to Meghan and about her. And I think that Meghan loves her mom. I love this black and white picture. Meghan is adorable. I love her hair and the cute little dress she's wearing, and her mom, who's always been a stay in her life. I just think it's so sweet. So share your thoughts and standouts about all of these images. Which is your favorite? We would love to know that in the comment section below. And I'm here with a video talking about what Meghan was like on the set. So we have an exclusive here, so settle in. So the article here says Meghan's latest chapter is unfolding both on screen and off. With Love, Meghan debuted on Netflix, and her lifestyle brand, as ever, gains momentum. Those who worked alongside her share with people what it was really like bringing her vision to life. And with a second season already filmed and set to premiere this fall, the Duchess of Sussex is just getting started. So Meghan shared in an exclusive interview that the show was a communal experience where the crew wasn't just behind the screen, but part of the action. Quote, "It feels as though we're just spending time together, which is what it ended up being. I'd make a recipe and say, everyone try this. And there are certain dishes where you just watch everyone flock in. I'd say, we've run out of spoons. It ended up feeling so communal, and that's the spirit of the show," end quote. So here is a behind the scenes look at her creative process on-set dynamic and what really went on behind closed doors. So Michael Steed, who previously worked on the Emmy-winning show Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown, told people of his role on the show, quote, "It was unexpected, but I embraced it. It was a lot of fun. I was always going to be the point of conversation, so she had someone to talk to at all times and to make it more conversational and comfortable. But it certainly evolved to where the camera turned towards me." End quote. So Steed also had a front row to Meghan's culinary skills, noting, quote, "Her cooking is pretty spot on. She's not a chef, and it's definitely not meant to make it seem like she is, but there's just a love of cooking that is palpable," end quote. And while everything may have looked flawless on screen, Steed says the team wasn't aiming for perfection. Quote, "For me, imperfection is a wonderful thing. It was fun watching her trying to get used to the kitchen because it's not her place. So we didn't hide that fact, and she's kind of walking and looking for things. I really want to embrace and celebrate all of the mistakes and mess and all that good stuff," end quote. And I'll interject here in the article and say, yes, he said that the house was not hers. We've all known this. It was a place that they had rented out. And sometimes you could see Meghan looking around when she had to look for certain utensils or ingredients. Yeah, you could see her trying to figure out where was it. Of course, they had a layout of where everything might be, but you could just definitely tell at moments that she was like, "Oh, where was that again?" And I love that authenticity. And I love how he said he wanted to capture the moments, even the mistakes. And you know what? It is so true. There is a segment in the show where Meghan put something on the burner. I think it was milk or cream or something. It was something dairy based. So she put it on the burner behind her, the pot is going on, and she's turned around and is making something else. So her back was completely turned, and she is just in the zone in that scene. She was making something. And as it's just at the boiling point, he tells her to turn around and watch what's happening behind her. I had that moment, and you could see Meghan turning around, dashing over, making sure it hadn't overflown. And it was just such an authentic moment. I love it. It was organic. They captured it. They left it in just to show, yeah, there are some mistakes in the show. And for them, it was fine. It wasn't about perfection. And you know what? I've got to say on behalf of Meghan, he really did save the day for her there because he really did prevent it from boiling over and getting stuck all over the stove and making her have to stay there, having to clean up and on and on. So I love that moment for her as she confirmed it's not burned, it didn't overflow, and you could see her just going, phew. So yes, Michael Steed, the director of the show, went on to say that when it came to Meghan's presence on set, he described her as friendly and approachable, creating a comfortable environment, in quotes, for everyone involved. He said Meghan as a person is totally LA through and through. And he also said that Meghan's childhood experiences on set helped her quickly form strong connections with the crew. Quote, "Her relationship with the crew became really tight fairly quickly. She has an understanding of what it means to be on set, and she connected with the crew more than anyone," end quote. Despite the high pressure of shooting, Steed notes that the atmosphere on set was chill and fun. Everyone was a pro all the way through. "She's a pro," he says. In between scenes, Meghan would often play music, but Steed's job was to keep things moving along. Quote, "I was always the one who had to turn the music off, that as my role to keep everything on track. She'd call me the Brooklyn bummer," end quote, he said with a laugh. That's funny. "Everyone has their own version of her," he says, "but she's just someone who constantly is hustling and working. I really wanted to create an environment where she could relax, especially given the pressures she faces daily. I'm glad we could create moments where she could tap into a different side of herself," end quote. Steed's favorite scenes to shoot weren't in the kitchen, but rather the ones where Meghan engaged in activities like flower arranging or gift wrapping. Quote, "Those were the most fun for me. It's where she really got lost in what she was doing and the camera kind of disappeared," end quote. The flower shop scene, in fact, was the first they filmed. It was such a fun moment into her mind, watching her pick up the flowers and show how she thinks, he said. At the heart of the show, he adds, is the ethos of going the extra mile for others. Quote, I know it sounds corny, but I really think the core of Meghan's being is her generosity. She wants to do the extra thing, and I think that's something everyone should take to heart, end quote. So now we're going to hear from the crew, who spoke about the collaborative atmosphere on set, saying, quote, most of the time we're expected to fade into the background, to be invisible. But in this show, we were a part of it. We were included. It was a very unique and refreshing experience, end quote. He added that Meghan was warm, approachable, and genuine, and she made sure everyone felt included, from Netflix executives to our director to every PA on set. No one was left out, he said. Meghan asked everyone about their favorite cocktails during a break in filming, one went on to say, and one shared, quote, I shared that I gave up drinking when I became a father, so I've been sober for almost 14 years, end quote. And this was a sweet moment. Days later, while the individual was adjusting her microphone, Meghan surprised him when she mentioned how much she respected the commitment he'd made to his family. He went on to say, quote, Meghan made us feel seen, end quote. Each week, Meghan did something thoughtful for the crew, whether it was a coffee cart in the morning, or there was one day when the forecast called for it to be a particularly hot day. So Meghan had a shaved ice truck for us at lunch, he said, and went on to say, quote, one day she had a bespoke ice cream cart with local homemade ice cream. She had an acai truck for us too. Every week she did something like that for us. It was really lovely, end quote. He also notes that Meghan was open to learning throughout the process. She didn't seem married to any one idea. If something didn't go perfectly, she was fine with it and moved on to the next thing. He went on to reflect. The crew member recalled that Meghan always made sure everyone got a taste of what was made. She was a great hostess. Between takes, if something was ready to eat, she'd cut it into bite-sized pieces and serve it to us, he said. And there's more, the visits from Prince Harry, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet. Now this is adorable. He said, quote, whenever Harry visited set, he was always super polite and friendly, but it was clear he wanted this to be Meghan's moment to shine, end quote. As for the couple's kids, the crew member added, quote, she was super attentive and doting on them. We would give them headphones so they could listen to the audio, end quote. A few crew members filmed at Meghan's actual residence when they shot outside her home. Quote, man, they have carved themselves out a nice little slice of paradise there. We were by the chicken coop and the garden and the beehive. All of it is so peaceful and so serene. She's got a lovely life there, and it was just nice to have a glimpse of it, end quote. So that's sweet. I like how they reflect on, as he says, the little piece of paradise that they have there, or the little slice. And it's for sure the scenes where Meghan is at her beehive were so serene, and also picking roots out of her garden and on and on. Oh, amazing. So this is also sweet. At the end of filming, Meghan gave the crew a wrap gift. They said that she gave them a pan from our place, a saute-style fry pan, and a personally monogrammed spoon with her handwriting that says, "Thank you, crew." So Meghan and the restaurateur Alice Waters hit it off during filming and are now texting pals. So Waters told people, quote, "We really had a connection. It was a deeply heartwarming one. We can just talk, and I love that about her." In one memorable scene, Meghan wraps a special gift for Alice. Quote, "It was a necklace." Waters says, "I love it." Waters admires the way Meghan incorporates biodiversity into her family, saying, quote, "She wants to connect her children with the gardens and the chickens," end quote. She says, quote, "I'm so concerned about how our children are growing up right now, and parents who just deeply connect with their kids around food is very uplifting for me to experience," end quote. So isn't that sweet? For sure, it was a moment when Meghan linked up with Alice Waters. It was like she wanted to meet her. She was genuinely excited, and you could see her just wanting to make such a good impression. That part of the show was it was just so good to see Meghan, who herself is known worldwide. She has a huge fan base, basically having that fan out experience when she knew she was coming. And even in the way they were interacting, there was something super special about that. So as we know, Meghan has confirmed season 2. And they had already filmed. So it really does show the confidence that Netflix has in Meghan. And as we've heard these testimonials from the crew, from the director, that she did make the set a very fun, upbeat, and a communal set. And as you heard it there from the crew member, it was refreshing. It was new, because one thing that has been prevalent in Hollywood, and if you've heard from people who work on sets with a lot of, the A-listers in Hollywood, people who work as, say, background actors and stuff like that, basically in many movie sets, it has been the experience of the crew and the background actors that they have to have a strict adherence to the hierarchy on set. And this is something that is very well known in the industry, that they are told many a time never to interact with the key individuals on a call sheet, or they call them the talent. So what is the talent? Those are the cast members who are allocated those top numbers on the call sheet. So they're called the lead. So you can have number 1 on the call sheet, that's the main actor, number 2, number 3, and on, supporting actors and on. And then the list keeps going down, and number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, below the cast list are the details about the stand-ins or the background artists. And those are usually in a separate part of the entire set, so they don't even interact. Now, much less the crew. So what ends up happening is many of those A-listers, they just go from their trailers to set. So there's like no interaction. And you can see here, it's absolutely a different atmosphere. Meghan Sussex is making sure that they feel included. If she cooks something, she tells them, come in the shot, take a taste. How does it taste? And as that individual said, she remembered that detail about him saying he had quit drinking. So it shows that Meghan understands people. She herself has been on set. She knows about being top on the call sheet, and she knows about numbers and hierarchy. And I'm sure coming up in the industry, she knows how alienating it can feel to be invisible, in quotes. So it's good that she remembered to have everyone feel seen, embraced, loved, and those wrap gifts, so cool. She got a chance to give them that personally monogrammed spoon and thank them for working with her so well. And she's a whole duchess, so I think everyone can learn from that, especially those who are, well known in the industry in Hollywood. That's a great lesson. Just be humble, I guess, right? So I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to know your thoughts on this news in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially, and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. You go by the handle TBTB. It's a beautiful life. Love that. Allow me here to express my gratitude for your love and support. Thank you for thinking of me here and choosing to be a blessing and leaving such a lasting impression on me and on all of us here. I appreciate you for the positivity and for your altruism. May God bless you, and thank you. And now a very special thank you to those of you who gave during the last live. Thank you to you, Joanne Garcia. Thank you for the love and kindness that you have continued to show, and for going above and beyond. Your warmth is evident, and I thank you for the consistency as well in being in the chat. You are truly such an invaluable part of this channel, and you are deeply appreciated. Thank you, and God bless. A very special thank you as well to you, Olivia Johnson. Your continued support has been so key to this channel. I deeply value your kindness and generosity, and I'm so blessed to know you. Thank you for giving. I love you. Thank you. And now a very special thank you to you, Helene Gren, for giving through PayPal. Thank you. You are also a member here on this channel. Thank you for going above and beyond. You are truly so supportive and encouraging, and I appreciate your tireless efforts to make this community a better place. I can't thank you enough for your love and support. From all of us here, thank you and God bless. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially, to those of you who like, comment, and share. And for all the new subscribers, thank you so much. Welcome here. I love you all. Keep it here for more. Comment below and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.